Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we'll be making a healthy pot of soup, Edikangikong. I'll be taking you all to my state, Akwa Ibom, the eastern part of Nigeria. Edikangikong soup is a very common soup in the homes of Akwa Ibomites and Crossivarians. But in the diaspora, where we have actually no water leaf and pumpkin leaf, popularly called ugu, how do I still get to enjoy this meal? Stick around and you would enjoy this video. If you're actually new here, you're highly welcome. Do not go away. Watch for a minute if you like what you see. Do not forget to click the red subscribe button. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love. You guys rock. Thank you for your amazing support. Thank you for always watching my videos. I love you all. Okay, so fam, I'll be showing you the ingredients I'll be using to make my Edikangikong. So regularly would use stockfish, that's a stockfish head, and I have fish also in the plate. I have ginger and garlic I just blended. I'm going to use to cook the meat. Crayfish, obviously. Palm oil. Onions is also an important part of the ingredients. Salt to taste. My pepper. And we don't have periwinkle. You can't find periwinkle here where I live, so I bought this from the African store. I've forgotten the name now, but in my language you call it konko. That's the Akwa Ibomites call it konko. I need to look for the English name. If I remember, I'll put it up on the screen when I'm editing this video. So I don't have, in the absence of Ikong or ugu as we would call it, I use kale. I'm using buko. In Dutchland it's called buko. But the unfortunate thing is that sometimes we don't have the fresh one where I live, so I have to buy the frozen one. But I prefer the fresh one. When I find the fresh one, I always buy a lot of it, slice and put in the freezer. But this time around I couldn't find the fresh one, so I'm stuck with the frozen one. And then I'm also using spinach as my water leaf. So to the pot I've added my ginger and garlic already blended, and then I already boiled the cow leg for a bit before adding the beef. Now the beef is still raw. One important thing in this Edikangikong soup is that it does not require too much of water. It's cooked with very little water. The liquid is actually palm oil that is used. It keeps to it. Seasoning cube. I'm not doing I did just one cube because I'll be using lots of crayfish. I believe that with crayfish I do not need too much of seasoning cubes. And then I'm going to be adding pepper. I'm adding salt to it as well. So I'll turn on the burner. My stockfish is already washed. My stockfish is washed, so I'll just drop it on here. I have my onions. I'm going to add all of my onions at this point because I want it to be well dissolved. But normally, some persons had now and then they have leftover. You add when you're adding the vegetables as well, but I don't want to do that now, so I'm just adding everything. I love onions a lot, so guys don't mind. You can reduce your onions. So I'll cover that now and allow it to cook. Let's go cut our spinach. So fam, I'm done cutting the spinach, which is my water leaf for this soup. It's about 400 grams. No, not about, it is actually 400 grams of spinach. I washed and cut everything. And the kale I have, Kale in Dutch, is 1 kilo. Mine is, so I need to check if the meat is cooked, because I like to eat very soft meat in my house. See that There's basically almost no water in it. For Edikangikong, you don't need a lot of water at all. And then I'm using frozen kale, so it has water in it as well. I'm just going to try to cut this into small bits, and then I'll come back to show you guys what's next I'm adding. So far I'm done breaking down the stockfish. I'm going to add the Ikong at this point. I'm going to add crayfish too, but not all of its point. The fish, I smoked it myself in my oven. I grilled it myself, so that's why I didn't wash. I just grilled it today. Let me show you guys inside the pot so that you see that there's actually no water at all. So next I'll be putting in my palm oil at this point. So even if you are using water leaf and ugu, if you have it, you just follow the same process to make your Edikangikong soup. So my palm oil is going in now. Palm oil is the liquid that is being used to cook this. And because I'm using a frozen kale, I'm going to put it at this point because I'm using a frozen one so that it will melt off. Normally if you're using ugu, it's like the last thing you put with the water leaf. I'm putting it now and I'll just allow it to boil or cover it to steam for like 5 minutes because I'm using a frozen one. The spinach will come in later, not now. So if you want to divide your onions into two, it is at this point when you're adding your ugu or Ikong, that's when it comes. So we'll just allow it to steam for like 5 minutes and then we'll come back to it and add the rest of the ingredients. At this point you can see the kale is all dissolved and it's ready. So we are going to be adding the rest of our crayfish. And then I'm going to be adding the spinach. My hands are clean, so I'm using my hands. So I'll let it cover for another few minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'll come back to show you guys the final product. See, the spinach has actually sink down. Our soup, Edikangikong, made with kale and spinach, is ready and can be eaten with just about anything of your choice. Fufu, eba, semo, wheat, rice. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.